Be strong and get healthy. Stretch. Feel great about yourself and have some fun. It's time for you. Fitness is the key to your future. Don't get locked out. Take the challenge. Commit to be fit. Thanks for joining me today on Commit to be Fit. I'm Susie Smith. Are you having trouble keeping up with your workout? By February 7th, a lot of people have already canned their New Year's exercise resolutions. As always, I have the answer. We're here today at Bethel Park Community Center, and I have a special guest with me that's going to help remotivate you and get you moving. So I would like to introduce to you my guest, Michelle Harris. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Susie. Thanks for having me today.
Well, thanks for coming on the show. I was really interested in meeting you because you teach a couple of really exciting classes.
Yes, absolutely. I teach Insanity Live here at Bethel Park Community Center, and I also teach P90X Live.
Wow, I'm not real familiar with those two, so you're going to show us those today, right? You're going to put us through the paces. Okay. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself, like what you do, who you are?
Sure. Well, I have been married now for over 8 years to my husband, Rob. We have 2 children. My son, Jordan, is 6 years old, and he's in kindergarten this year. Aww. And I also have a daughter, Ashlyn, who is 3. I was an elementary school teacher for 10 years.
Really?
Yes. And but I taught 2nd grade for 6 years and 4th grade for 4 years. Mm-hmm. But just recently, I decided to resign and take my health and fitness coaching business full-time and teach my classes. It just enables me to bring together my love for teaching and educating and my passion for health and fitness by being able to, and I'm able to work from home and be more flexible with my family and be home with my children. So, and I've been an Insanity instructor now for almost 3 years and a P90X instructor for almost a year now.
Have you seen a lot of results from your exercise?
Yes, absolutely. So not only do I do the workouts here at the community center with my classes, but I do a lot of at-home workouts as well, and I've seen some fantastic results from them.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. So you're not teaching school anymore. You're devoting your entire work time to fitness?
Yes. So I work a lot with women in particular, some men, but women in particular, with doing a lot of online support challenge groups is what we call them. So basically I help a woman find out exactly what their health and fitness goals are, and I'm able to match them up with a particular program that works for them, possibly get them to my class if they're here local, because I work with people all over the country. So I get them started and support them with that program, get them set up with a meal plan, and make sure that they work towards the results that they want and work towards their goals.
Oh, that's fantastic. Do you have a website?
I do. It is MichelleHarrisGetFit.com. There's all kinds of information on that website about what I do. I have a blog. I have some programs on there. And yeah, it's a great place to check out what I do.
Okay. Well, a lot of people tell me that they don't have time to exercise. They have kids or they have, a job. And what do you say to that?
Well, I definitely get that all the time as well. And really, I try to help people understand that that taking care of themselves first, it should be a priority on their list. I know for me, taking care of myself, that makes me a better mom, a better wife, a better coach, a better teacher. It all starts with me. So what I say when they tell me they don't have time is just, where can we adjust your time? For me, I wake up most days at 5 o'clock in the morning. I get my workouts done right then and there. So maybe you need to go to bed a little bit earlier. Maybe you need to cut into your TV time a little bit. Another thing is that a lot of the programs that I work with, that I help people through, have very short workouts, which are 25 and 30-minute workouts, which is great, and it's easy to put into a schedule where you are busy with kids, working full time. I understand completely.
And the benefits of exercise, that's why we have to try to encourage people out there. We're right here in your neighborhood. This is Bethel Park Community Center. There's no excuse. You can come right here, and there's so many fitness opportunities. And just exercise does so much for you. The physical part is really inspiring what it does for you, but also exercise actually builds the volume of your brain, and it keeps those. As we age, we get holes in the brain, like the gray matter and the white matter in our brains, and if you exercise, it reduces that. So that's really, to me, that's really important. I want to keep my faculties, and I know I'm twice as old as you are, but the other day I finished the New York crossword puzzle, so I think exercise is really helping, to keep my focus.
Absolutely. I completely agree. As far as focusing, having enough energy in the day, you're right about the physical aspect. I also think there's a big mental aspect. The physical aspect, making sure that you're exercising and fueling your body with proper nutrition, but also being able to fuel your mind as well. I do a lot of reading that I do with different personal development books and podcasts that I listen to, just to help grow myself, remain that positive attitude, and continue pushing forward with all of my goals that I have for myself, for my team of coaches, for the people that I work with on a daily basis, and my family. So.
Well, you have such a good aura about you too. You're bubbly, and I can tell that you have a lot to offer. So, would you like to show us some of those moves today, and put me through the paces and see? You say that any age can take this, right? To your classes, and you can show modifications.
Absolutely. I always, I was a teacher for 10 years. I understand, differentiating and meeting different levels and needs. So I do the same exact thing that I did in the classroom, school classroom, in my workout classroom. So I show different levels, different modifications, as well as high intensity as well, if you really want to get your heart rate going.
Well, that sounds good, because you could start low and then build up to the high intensity. So let's show these people what we've got going.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, we'll be right back.
And for those of you in Bethel Park that don't know me, I am Mr. Bold, one of the many stars here at Bethel Park TV, Channel 7. I hope that the folks in Bethel Park understand what we have here in the way of BPTV, the asset that the television station, the public television station, is to the community of Bethel Park. For Mr. Bold personally, one of the things that I would like to do, and I've talked to Dave about this, is a show gearing itself towards veterans. And I would throw out an invitation to the veterans in our audience here in Bethel Park or around the South Hills. If you want to contact Dave Cable here at the station and let them know that you would be willing to share your experiences, especially the World War II veterans who are losing here at an alarming rate, and pretty soon there's not going to be many of them left. I would love to get them on TV if they would be willing, and interview them.
Okay, like I mentioned before, I teach 2 different classes here at the Community Center. The first class that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to demonstrate a couple of the exercises, is from Insanity. I teach Insanity on Wednesday evenings at 6 p.m. and on Saturday mornings at 9:30 a.m. So just the basic gist of the workout, we start with a warm-up. The warm-up is about 8 minutes. Then we go into 4 different blocks. Each block has 4 exercises that you do for 30 seconds each. You can do the exercises at your own pace. You don't need to worry about if someone is going right and you are going left. You do it all at your own pace. So the first 3 blocks have a mix of cardio and strength, and the strength is from body weight exercises, so there's no weight in Insanity. And then the last block is a core block, so we're going to focus in on our core. So I'm just going to demonstrate here with Susie one of the blocks. There are 4 different exercises, and the first exercise is a chest opener scissor run, okay? So your arms are going to open and close like this, okay? And you're going to add the scissor run. So if you want to take it at high intensity, it looks like this, okay? opening those arms, okay, working that chest, and you're doing a scissor run, trying to get those heels down in the back, okay? To modify, you can simply still keep the chest opener arms, but instead of that hop with that scissor run, you're just gonna step back, okay? So open and step back. And you can stay right here, go at your own pace during that 30-second period of time, okay? Yeah, okay? All right, so that's the first exercise. The second exercise is a hurdle reaction drill. So this one, it's a little trickier, and it is on my cue, okay? So we start in that starter position, okay? Your weight is in your right heel, that front heel, okay? You don't want those toes to go over, or your knee to go over the toes, and you're gonna reach towards that ground. If you need to be up a little bit higher, that's perfectly fine, okay? So on my cue, when I say go, you're gonna hurdle, okay? So this back leg is gonna come up and over, back to that starting position. Then when I say go, up and over, okay? It's always on my cue, okay? To modify, again, you can be up a little higher in that starter position, and instead of that hurdle with that hop, you can just step up and over. So up and over, back to the start. Up and over, back to the start, okay? All right, so that's our hurdle reaction drill. Yeah, it works out really well. Like I said, it just works for all different fitness levels. You just have to make the decision to work at that modified pace, which is totally fine, and you can build yourself up. All right, so the next exercise is a hop, frog hop with a run. So you're gonna do 3 frog hops, and you're gonna run back for 4 counts, okay? Again, at your pace. So your feet are a little bit wider than your shoulders. Your arms are gonna reach towards the ground. Your weight is gonna come in your heels for those frog hops. Your head and your chest stay up. So they look like this. 1, 2, 3, and then you run it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And to modify, you can simply just stay in that position. You don't need to hop forward and run back. Same thing, legs a little bit wider than your shoulders, weight in your heels, arms down, head and chest up. So it looks like this. Frog hop is just a little squat. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 for your knees. So again, to modify, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's that exercise, okay? And then our last exercise I'm just gonna show you today from Insanity is a lateral lunge with a straight arm jack. So it looks like this. You're gonna lunge it to the side, one leg is bent, one leg is straight. You're gonna bring it together, jack, jack. Other side, lunge, come together, jack, jack, okay? To modify, you can still do that lunge the same way. So lunge it to the side, this leg is straight, this leg is bent, but when you bring it back together, still gonna have the straight arms, but you can tap, tap, okay? Other side, lunge it, together, tap, tap, okay? So that is a block of exercises. So basically, Susie, we would be doing each of those exercises for 30 seconds each. So total of 2 minutes at a time, and then you get a recovery. So you're gonna get that heart rate up for 2 minutes, and then you're gonna have that recovery period for 30 seconds. And then we would repeat it 2 more times for that particular block, okay?
That's an excellent workout. I can tell just by doing the demos.
Yeah, it really is a great workout. I know people hear the word insanity and they get very nervous. And if you've seen the DVDs, it's intense, the at-home program. But what makes a difference is in the live workouts, I show all the modifications. I stress that you go at your own pace or you take it up a notch. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to show you some P90X exercises as well. So for the P90X workout, there's the same thing. There's a warm-up, and there are also 4 blocks. You have a cardio block, an upper strength block, a lower strength, and then a core block. For this one, for Insanity, all the exercises were 30 seconds each. It's a little bit different. Each block has its own protocol. So for example, you might in the cardio block be doing Tabata, which would be 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We're going to be doing the upper strength exercises, and these are actually drop sets. So you're going to be doing 2 different exercises. Each exercise is for a minute, and then you're going to repeat those 2 exercises back to back, okay? So we're going to be doing a total of 4 exercises and 1 minute each exercise. So I'm just going to demonstrate the 2 exercises from the first block of the upper strength. So for this, we have the Renegade with a stand-up, okay? So, Susie, we need our weights for this, okay? So we have our weights, and you can choose to do this to modify without your weights. You can lower your weights. There are lots of different ways to modify and reach whatever level you are at. Okay, so for these Renegade stand-ups, you're going to bring your weights down to the ground, hop back, and you are going to do a row with one arm, a row with the other arm. Bring your feet back together, stand up, and then you would repeat. So let's try it again. So down, out to that plank, row, row, bring your feet back together, stand up, okay? All right, to modify, again, you can do without weights, okay? You can also take out the hops a little. So it would look like this. So you could come down, step it out, row, row, step it in, stand up, okay? And like I said, you can do without weights as well, okay? So that would be for a minute. Yeah.
That would be a long minute.
Yeah, so for this particular exercise, you would use a lower weight because these are drop sets. You're gonna be working to almost failing, so you would definitely want to use light weight.
So I could see you wouldn't want to go much higher.
Right, exactly. Okay, so then and the other exercise in this first part of the upper strength block is a back fly. So notice we did a multi-joint exercise for the first exercise, and this is a single joint exercise. So your feet are together, weight are in your heels, butt back a little bit, and you are going to lead with your elbows. You're going to look out in front of you. I don't want to look up at the camera because that's going to hurt my neck. So you're going to look out in front of you and just lead with those elbows, up and down. You want to make sure that you're not shrugging those shoulders, keeping those shoulders down, okay? To modify, to help a little bit, you can actually put one leg back, okay? Helps with stability a little bit more, okay? And stay here, okay? Another option, again, would be without the weights, and you can actually do one arm at a time. So you can do a single fly, one, and then alternate if you need to, okay? So a couple different options for that. All right, so that is just a couple of the exercises from the P90X block. So P90X does include weights with the strength exercises, and the cardio, you do not use weights. So that's the difference between the 2 workouts. You're still getting a total body workout with Insanity and with P90X. P90X has weights incorporated in as well. Insanity, you are using your body weight for the strength exercises. So I hope you liked it, Susie.
I think it's great. I'd like to see you go through one of the segments if you have a minute.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, that would be great. I'd like to see what the full a minute looks like.
Okay, great. Do you want to do Insanity?
Yeah, let's do Insanity.
Okay, awesome. All right, so I'm going to move my weights out of the way. All right, so we have the scissor chest opener first. So we're going to do that for roughly 30 seconds.
Should I do the modified?
Sure, you can do the modified version, okay? All right, so for the modified version, you're still going to have the chest opener arms, but you're just going to do the step back right here, okay? All right, so I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to make sure that my abs are engaged. My belly button is pulled in. Trying to get those heels touching down in the back, okay? Oh, yeah. All right.
This is doable.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so then the buzzer would go off because there are some sound signals for us, and we would move into those hurdle reaction drills. So get in that starting position, okay? And for the modification, you would just go up and over, okay? Up and over. All right, so on my cue, ready? Go. 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 Couple more. Go. 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 All right, then it would be our cue to move on to our next exercise, which would be the frog hops and the run back. Okay, so 3 frog hops, 4 runs. Looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And to modify, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so keep it going here. Head and chest stay up when you're down for those frog hops. Okay, one more run back. All right, now we have those lateral lunge straight jacks. Looks like this. Lunge it to the side, together, straight jacks. Lunge it to the side, straight jacks. To modify, keep that lunge. Tap, tap. Keep that lunge. Tap, tap. All right, so we're gonna stay here. Abs always pulled in. Working those shoulders with those straight arms. And one leg is bent, one leg is straight for that lunge. All right, great job. Nice job, Susie.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to show you some exercises from P90X. This is the 4th block of P90X. It is the Core X block. All right, so these are Pilates-inspired exercises. So we're going to come down on our mat. The first exercise is a roll up to a saw, okay? So you're going to start laying down flat on the ground, arms overhead, okay? You are going to peel yourself up from the mat and saw. One arm comes to the side, back to center, and roll back down. Arms overhead, then roll yourself back up, saw the other arm. Back together, roll yourself down. Okay, so let's try that at a little bit of a faster pace, Susie. Right here. But again, you can go always at your own pace. Really keep that tummy tucked in. Engage that core. All right, nice job. Okay. Yeah, all right, so our next exercise is a low plank to pike. Okay, so we're gonna get into a plank position on our forearms. Okay, so we're on our forearms. You can be on your knees if you would like to modify. You would take out the pike part of the exercise, but you're going to be in that low plank. You're going to make sure that your butt is not up in the air, a nice straight line from your head to your heels, and you're going to look out in front of your hands, not back at your feet, okay? So this is a plank to a pike. So what you're going to do is you're going to plank, flat back, and then you're going to pike, and that's when you're going to bring your butt up in the air, okay? Go back to the plank, and then pike. Plank, and pike. Okay? All right, great job. And to modify that exercise, you could simply eliminate the pike part of the exercise. You can stay at a forearm plank. You can actually go to your knees as well. So those are the couple options. All right, and then the last thing is a Superman, okay? So we're gonna go onto our stomach. Lower back. Yep, lower back and those glutes, okay? All right, so you're on your back, or on your belly, and you're going to lift your right arm and left leg. So opposite arm and opposite leg. And get that chest and leg off the ground, back down to the mat. Up again, back down to your mat. And you just alternate. Alternate, squeezing that glute, squeezing that low back. Right here. Okay. All right, to modify, you can actually be in a tabletop position, okay, instead of being on your stomach. So you can actually be in a tabletop position, and you can lift your opposite arm and opposite leg the same way that we did. So here and down, right here and down. That tummy is pulled in, belly button is pulled in, looking out in front of your hands, not back at your legs. Okay? All right, so each of those core exercises in that particular block are done for a minute each. So we would do each exercise a minute each and repeat it 2 more times. Okay?
Fantastic. Great workout.
Great. Thank you so much, Susie. I just want to let you know that in February, there is a free week of classes at the Community Center. I have a free class on February 24th on Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. for Insanity, 9:30 a.m. for P90X on the 25th, and then on the 27th, a Saturday morning class at 9:30 a.m. for Insanity. So come check out the classes for free.
Hi, we are the varsity cheerleaders at Bethel Park High School, and we have a special invitation for you.
We would like you to join us for the Bethel Park Cheerleaders and Boosters 26th Annual Spring Fashion Show that benefits Special Olympics Allegheny County.
This year's Starry Night theme show will be held on Sunday, April 3rd, 2016 at Independence Middle School's auditorium. The doors will open at noon.
Tickets are $5 for adults and $3 for students. Due to the incredible support of the community for this annual event, all organizers and participants are volunteers, enabling all proceeds to go directly to this very worthwhile charity.
Last year, the fashion show culminated in a donation of more than $8,000, raising the BPCBA's total donation from the past 2 decades to more than $177,100.
Your support on behalf of this very important cause will help to raise money to enrich the lives of Special Olympic athletes throughout Allegheny County.
Through your support, these very special athletes will be given opportunities to train in 14 different sports and compete in 22 tournaments throughout the year.
Each year, we invite an ambassador to participate in this exciting charitable event. This year, we have 2 special guests.
We are pleased to introduce our 2016 Special Olympic athletes. Here is Andy and Ellie. Both Andy and Ellie live in Bethel Park and are a part of our community and schools.
There is a wonderful afternoon planned with fashions and many local retailers. Please come to our fashion show and watch us. Please support Special Olympics of Allegheny County and my fellow athletes.
There's also a fabulous basket auction and light refreshments. Our primary source of fundraising comes from the basket auction segment of the show, where the baskets are comprised of items donated by local businesses.
We hope to see you at the 26th Annual Bethel Park Cheerleaders and Boosters Fashion Show benefiting Special Olympics Allegheny County on Sunday, April 3rd, commencing at 1 p.m. at Independence Middle School. For tickets, please see any Bethel Park cheerleader or call 412-292-4013.
Please support Special Olympics.
Come see us. Go Hawks!
Michelle Harris, I would like to thank you so much for being on the show today. This was fantastic. I got a good workout, and I was able to modify and do these exercises. So I'm telling you that you can come down here and talk with Michelle. And I just really appreciate you coming on today. You taught me a lot.
Thank you so much, Susie. I really appreciate you having me on the show today and allowing me to share the workout programs that I do here at the Community Center and to share a little bit about what I do as a health and fitness coach as well.
Well, I appreciate it. You're an inspiration to everyone. And so just come on down to the Bethel Park Community Center. We're right here in the neighborhood. And look up Michelle Harris, and she is going to put you on the path to fitness. So if you've lost your motivation, here she is right here. So remember, take the challenge and commit to be fit.